Natalie posted an apology to Twitter. Apologizes to everyone who was upset about the free candy van prank. My goal is to do a social experiment video and give away candy and tell kids not to trust.
Dude, if you do a free candy van prank, I don't know. Maybe it should be listed on your IMDb. Maybe legally it should have to be. I don't know.
Get a job. You're lazy. You're lazy. You didn't get a job. That's
Oh, how are you gonna say that? Holy shit.
I'm gonna be a dirty crackhead. My name is Suzanne, aka Susie. So now I'm rolling around the streets as a dirty crackhead, and I'm gonna live
Yes,
tonight.
because all homeless people are crackheads. You're a scary lady. Please don't skin me alive. Thank you. This would be funny if someone else said it because she just sucks. I don't know how else to put it in a... Hey YouTube, how's it going, dude? Especially if you're the president.
Obama. Hello, Biden. Obama. But if Donald Hump...
Lonniedos.
Dude, today we're reacting to a video about freaking a kick streamer who risked a woman's life for views and somehow even did something worse than that, I guess. Is that how I'm supposed to read that? Videos by Tamimi. I'm pretty sure I've reacted to one of their videos before. Roll the clip. Watching the weirdest man on TikTok, dude. Our freaking boy. Ventellect. I feel like it's safe to call him our boy. I've literally never talked about him before, and I barely remembered he existed. But dude, there was a point where I could not stop seeing this dude on my freaking For You page. He just reads facts and memes, and it's like super turbo normie core giga dumb content for Facebook moms in your area. It's like annoying how normal it is, but then people would like make these memes where he was like in your walls and they would make really creepy edits of him, and those were kind of funny for 2 seconds.
Benjamin, turning off stitches isn't going to do anything. We're in your wall.
But dude, this is about freaking Natalie Reynolds. I've seen a couple of her clips. I think she may have streamed herself doing some deplorable activities on the website known as kick.gov. You know, that website that was like Twitch, but freaking, they said that you could do anything you want and there's no rules. And then people did that and now there's rules. So it's just edgier Twitch, but nothing good ever comes from that. Let's give it a check out. Let's check it out right now. Right freaking now.
Whatever, I don't care. Life for a man is much harder than life for a... I don't understand. Why does no one take me seriously?
Does she have, is this called cornrows or is it just braids? She looks cool. Get the boosie fade next.
I don't understand. Why?
If we get 10,000 likes on this video, I will get the boosie fade my own self.
No one take me seriously. Yeah, she's still in the water. She's floating away.
Yeah, that's a clip that I saw where someone jumped in the water and then they just like ditched them. It seemed kind of fucked up. Pretty fucked up.
Is this enough soap? You can easily get a job. You're lazy.
I think she's from like the Jack Doherty like camp of creators, but maybe I'm wrong about that. I guess I don't see him in any of these clips, but maybe he's just too cool for them. Can't hang out with these losers. I got my money to hang out with.
Lazy. What does the sign say behind me, guys?
Trailer park girls are trashy and disgusting.
Hurtful.
I don't know. I think I am a little bit of a psychopath the way I'm acting. Why am I acting like that? I really don't know.
Natalie
Damn.
Reynolds is one of many IRL live
She
streamers.
just like me. We just need our antipsychotic, shoddy. I can fix her. Just kidding.
Seems to be nothing but a
Cannot.
detriment to society. Many of you might have already heard about Natalie's most recent incident, convincing a vulnerable woman to jump into a lake and running away after hearing the woman say she couldn't swim. But what if I told
that
you
was
that Natalie
fucked.
has somehow done so much worse than this?
Isn't that like gonna kill her? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you, dude?
Into her just beyond the surface, this is sadly not an isolated incident of Natalie being a terrible person. From doing quote-unquote social experiments on vulnerable people to lacking any empathy or consideration towards others, this rabbit hole seems never ending.
I mean,
Today
even if
we're
it's
going
fake, it's just so off-putting
to be diving into
as a
everything
concept.
from the lake incident to so much more. I don't know what it is about IRL live streamers lately, but so many of them are garbage.
True. The real world is a harsh place, you know? Where, some ne'er-do-wells and bad actors might trip me and push me into the lake.
I'm sorry, I didn't know.
Natalie Reynolds.
You didn't know not to trick me and push me into the lake? I'm just kidding. Well, I'm not. Dude, one time I got pushed in a pool as a kid and I had my iPod and digital camera in my pocket and I was just distraught. Still haven't gotten over it. I'm a different man.
Ex-OF model, a YouTuber, TikToker, live streamer on Kick, and overall, a pretty awful influencer. She makes people like Jack Doherty or even J-Station look like world-renowned creators.
This is the guy who called XXXTentacion on the phone or the Ouija board or something. Wait, he did a video running from the police? Interesting. Did he delete all of the good content?
Great!
Damn.
Mama's happy for you.
Oh my god. It's totally...
What's poppin', guys?
It's totally real.
With another 3 a.m.
This
challenge.
is real.
This is my very first 3
Is this fucking snapback Gucci? What the
a.m.
hell?
challenge in my new house.
It's so
Just got
ugly.
a bunch of furniture in here, and now we ready to rock, guys. We are gonna be banging out videos in July. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button.
Made it sound like this was modern day, like he's coming back next month. I actually called J Station from beyond the grave. I'm just gonna skip to the part where I see my favorite rapper. I'm sure he'll pop up any minute now. Oh, wait a second.
Free to hear like music backwards. Okay, it's all the way max, guys. I'm getting shivers down my back. Okay,
What do you mean by that?
Hey, yo!
Guys, I literally got goosebumps. My hair is standing on its edge, okay?
I'm edging, guys, in my Gucci hat. I wouldn't say that she makes him look totally normal, but I mean, I guess he didn't bother anybody physically, only ghouls and spirits.
What I'm going to? Because my feet were getting
You should just jump in right now.
I'm gonna jump in with
Don't
my
do
shoes
that.
on.
Okay.
Ready?
Yeah, ready?
When I watched this video clip of Natalie for the first time, aside from being a total piece of garbage for what she had done to this woman, the second impression that I got from Natalie is that she comes across as a textbook definition of a pick-me girl.
All I know is that I'm never gonna have a woman be my manager. I'm never gonna have a woman edit for me. I'm never gonna have a woman film for me. That's exactly why I only work with guys. You guys can say it sounds pick me, whatever. I don't care. Life for a man is much harder than life for a woman, and I think
I don't understand why people do this. Like, why do you want to gather an audience of people who just hate women when you are one? Is it... Do you not have other things to contribute? Other ideas? Just Andrew Tate bullshit. Like a parrot could repeat.
If a guy wants a private jet, he's gonna need to work hard and make millions of dollars. And if a girl wants to go on a private jet,
Holy crap, you guys, I think Natalie figured out the solution to all the poverty going on. During this time of financial crisis, if you're a woman, just put some makeup on and you'll do great. Speaking of other popular garbage fires, Natalie's rise to fame actually appears to be when she collaborated with Jack Doherty. I think it's time to actually talk about her because she does not seem like a
So they're not good buddies?
decent human being. With that being said,
Or they're
let's
doing the world's weirdest collab. Either way, I will not be looking into it unless they do it at 3 a.m. and XXXTentacion calls into collab.
get into some of the controversies Natalie has gotten herself into, as well as some of the other horrible streams that she has done, which I have yet to see anybody discuss. I wanted to start off
Catfishing?
with one of many videos that I found by accident. I found this video looking for a clip of
I
Natalie.
mean, that's not that bad. Not nearly as morally reprehensible. I've been leading this guy on for like 6 years. He pays my rent. It's totally fine. Right?
getting arrested, which we will get into later in this video. But this video is a live stream of Natalie dressed up as a teenage girl with a box of cupcakes entering a trailer park that is infamous for housing around 100 registered offenders.
Huh?
Yeah, I can't see any way this could go wrong at all.
I mean, I
If
guess
people-
it is nice of us to gather them all into one secluded area where they can be safe. Unless that's not okay. I feel like it's fine. You go to the freaking sex pest trailer park. Sorry, buddy, you've been banished. Off you go. You know what you did to get here.
Aggressive, a lot more tough, meaner.
This trailer park is nicknamed Park after a documentary with that title came out in 2016.
Holy
and
shit.
in that documentary, they exposed this
I ain't
particular
going
trailer
there.
park for having 100 registered.
Bro, I showed up there and everybody knew you. Nah, I'm just playing. I wouldn't put that smut on your name, brother, whoever you are. Smash that like button or I'll do it. I swear to God, I'll smear your name.
Offenders living there, which for the remainder of this video I'm just going to call offenders since I have to censor myself anyway. A YouTuber named Willie Mac
I'm
Show has
offended.
actually done an excellent video breaking down a ton of Natalie's previous controversies. I'm going to be linking his video along with other sources in the description below for you to check out. Something that Willie points out in his video that I haven't seen anybody else mention is how Natalie allegedly steals video ideas from other creators, but somehow makes her versions of the videos even worse. Other creators like Tyler Oliveira have done videos on this trailer park as well prior to Natalie. Similar to what Willie Mac Show has discussed about her stealing content, her video on this also seems to be worse than the original. At least Tyler's videos seem to be more of a documentary that held purpose to spread awareness. In Natalie's video, however, she is literally just trying to catfish as a 15-year-old with a box of cupcakes.
I brought EDP cupcakes.
Oh my God, what the fuck? That's insane. I didn't think it would be that indefensibly drastically different in moral platitudes. But yeah, I mean, it is just like sort of how it's like a game of telephone. Like the first content creators might be pure in their quest for edgy documentarian, but then like once someone else sees it, they're like, oh, we can go here, we can go to O-Block, we could go to, what was this place called? Pedo Bear Park or some shit. We can go there? Okay, bet. And they just don't even know or care about why people were going there, and then they just bring out cupcakes, and Jesus Christ.
These are EDP cupcakes. And I'm gonna be handing them out to everybody
to get reactions from people who
I mean, at least if you're pranking adult weirdos, I guess that's not that bad, right? Compared to other things, I imagine.
By no means am I defending anybody who lives in this trailer park as a registered offender. What actually bothers me about this situation is that she seems to be making a joke out of all of this just to gain views on her stream. She's not exposing anything. She didn't trick anyone into thinking she was actually a teenager. This is just another example of her making a worse version of something that somebody else has already made, and even worse than that, she's making a mockery out of a very serious topic, something that many people are victimized by.
She's treating it like some sort of pervert zoo, which is kind of funny, I'll admit. Just my thoughts, but freaking, I mean, it is weird and pretty tasteless, and
Oh my God!
it's just lobotomize me content.
Dude, we're being 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, he's surrounded by files.
As she's being followed around the trailer park by police
Whoa!
and asked to leave by residents, she goes back and forth on, we're gonna get in trouble for trespassing, to, this isn't private property, they're lying, we're allowed to be here.
Guys, this isn't private property, they're lying. Let's just keep walking and act like completely normal, okay? We're probably gonna get trespassed.
She tells everyone who asks her to leave that she's allowed to be there because she's visiting her uncle who lives there, which is definitely believable with the camera crew following her, but okay. She admits earlier in the video, though, that she made this story up.
Who the fuck is this dude? It looks like Theodore the Chipmunk grew into a man. He was getting the best head, and now he's the head of the state.
She claims to live with is one of the registered offenders that lives in the park, whose name she looked up prior to making this video. And the reason she did that is so she had a valid excuse for when people questioned her.
I was just interested because my uncle has lived here for a year and I'm coming to visit.
Why are you dressed like that?
And listen, if this were a documentary type of film, like, for example, the video I mentioned earlier by Tyler Oliveira, which, by the way, is the video she got the idea from, she even stole the uncle excuse from that video.
Hey, question for me.
Jesus.
You know where Joe's at? My Uncle Joe. He said he lives in the corner. He moved in like 2 months ago. You know, guy?
This isn't a documentary. She's
My
just
uncle lives
using
here.
this place as her next trolling location to get extra attention on her kick streams.
Oh my God, there's a
On top of that, there are points in this video where she makes unnecessary and insulting comments about people who live in trailer parks in general.
Well, honestly, they already lost everything. That's why they live in a trailer park. And guys, I'm telling you right now,
Jesus.
trailer park girls are trashy and disgusting. They will beat anybody up. I know for a fact she would punch me. Those got nothing to lose. Like, I'm over here dressed as a little girl with cupcakes. She will literally throw a punch at me. She don't care.
Over 20 million Americans live in trailers, and honestly, while this park may have an awful reputation, there are a lot of trailer parks that not
It also
only
has an awful name. We got to admit that.
have very nice structures, but great communities of people as well. Your value as a person isn't determined by the type of home you live in. I'm sure as we get further into this
real.
video, you'll be able to figure
What
that
an
out for
elitist
yourself, though,
prick.
as we see what type of person Natalie truly is.
Though it's not really surprising at all, so I don't know. I mean, if I say something's not that bad, it's not because I'm trying to defend it, it's just because I'm putting it into perspective, I guess. We led with her pushing a potentially disabled person into a pool and leaving them. Like, what the fuck? Everything else pales in comparison.
Back in December, Natalie was actually arrested over a quote-unquote social experiment, as she calls it. This started out with Natalie going door to door, trying to get parents in on the joke or experiment, but later this prank went way too far. Natalie thought it would be a great idea to do a social experiment that totally wasn't just another attempt at garnering attention for her stream.
I think you didn't experiment enough socially as a youngin', and that's why you're acting out. Your parents didn't raise you right. Now I'm on, well, I might be right. She's wearing a
This time,
do-rag.
she and her buddies put free candy on the side of a giant van, and inside the van, they had another one of their buddies slopping
They
over-
are, listen, no one's watching a kick stream called Playing Outside Being Regular. I'm just saying, if I had to play devil's advocate here, I think Natalie's the devil, and I do not advocate for what she's doing. I guess the van stream is an interesting concept. Let's hear it.
around like a fish.
We have all these selections right here. Yeah, I gotta get the parents in on it. We're getting the parents in on it. Chat. My first victim. Oh.
LOL.
Hi, I had a question. I was wondering if you guys have any children.
They're not here right now.
Oh, I wanted to do a social experiment. I have this white van that says free candy on it, and I wanted to see if they would fall for
yeah,
it.
I'm here. Sorry.
Do you want free candy?
No,
They
thanks.
want
When going door to door didn't work, Natalie goes to a Walmart and starts asking kids walking around the store if they want free candy.
It's a social experiment. It's a social experiment. I know, but it's a social experiment. No, but that's good. He didn't listen. I know, but it's just a social experiment. It's a social experiment.
I'd react
Bro, all of this can be a social experiment when you're like 24, but you look like you're 12 and totally freaking, like, not a threat, I guess is what I'm trying to say. But, like, if you don't do, like, a really big movie or something that, like, drowns all of this out, is the rest of your career just going to be explaining for all this when you're, like, older and this comes off really creepy? I don't know. I could see that, but maybe I'm thinking too much into it. It's like it's not cute behavior now, and it's only gonna age like a fine milk.
Same way, if not worse, honestly. I'm surprised more parents didn't flip out on her. But in another clip, we can see that she is now back by the van, and some people were actually allowing their kids to take candy from her as she hands it out of the van. And the parents who did witness what was in the back of the van were obviously not happy. Later in the stream, she did some kind of daycare skit where there were kids at an Airbnb that she was renting for the night, people dressed up as clowns and Elmos, and a guy with a virgin sweater in the background.
What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna sue you because you're not allowed.
For how much? We paid to be on this property at this time.
You did what?
We paid to be on this property at this time. You invaded. You invaded our privacy.
No, I did not.
Yeah, you did. You were stalking us on cameras.
Nope.
Stalking you on cameras?
Yeah, that's why you came here.
No, I stayed on the other side.
You were stalking.
No.
It's like one of those nosy landlords.
And her loyal viewers were calling this woman a Karen. Yeah, this is definitely a Karen, and it's definitely all her fault that all of this happened, and not Natalie's whatsoever. One thing is that it's never Natalie or her crew's fault in any situation with consequence. Everybody else is the problem except for them. Before the cops get there, Natalie and her buddies leave, and before long, the cops start chasing them on the road, where they eventually get pulled over, forced out of the car, and arrested.
Oh my god! Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god!
The next day, she ran to Twitter to post this. Police arrested me last night thinking I killed children and had 3 helicopters in the sky searching for me and 15
I wonder
cop
why.
cars. I'm finally out of jail. W. And she posted her mugshot and a clip of them getting pulled over. Somebody replied in the comments, funny how you didn't mention you were doing a kidnapping prank when this happened. She responded with, the prank I planned, I talked with parents before who also wanted to test to see if their kids would take candy from strangers. Didn't or hurt anyone, lol, did nothing wrong. The children who actually participated in your social experiment weren't the children of the parents who you approached in the beginning of the video when your original idea was to get parents in on the joke. In the video clips that you can see, parents were visibly upset.
It's a social experiment. It's a social experiment.
Natalie posted an apology to Twitter. Apologizes to everyone who was upset about the free candy van prank. My goal was to do a social experiment video and give away candy and tell kids not to trust you.
Dude, if you do a free candy van prank, I don't know. Maybe it should be listed on your IMDb. Maybe legally it should have to be. I don't know. Nah, I don't know if it's that serious, but maybe. I'm just, you know, it's just ideas since we're brainstorming future streams, you know.
Rangers. No one was injured, and parents were aware and present when I gave away the candy. That is not entirely true. I apologize to anyone who was disturbed and didn't know we were making a video, and the officers involved. Happy holidays. This is one of many
I am
examples
deeply
that
disturbed.
of her twisting the truth in response to criticism. In her following stream, she goes on to say the police received over 14 calls about the van incident, and she also did not seem remorseful whatsoever.
I feel like they don't care about what the content is. They just like the aftermath. Like, it's a good stream if people are still talking about you afterwards the next day. Oh, we're on the news. Perfect. Who cares if everyone's shitting on me, gaining a reputation for being a public nuisance.
President promoting her now inactive OF account through TikTok.
It's a little disturbing.
Challenges with people, one being something called kiss or slap, where she would go up to people in public and say kiss or slap, and if they chose kiss, they would kiss her, or slap, they would slap her, and obviously a lot of people would just walk away. But she had done this challenge to people under the age of 18, including a kid that looked no older than like 7 or 8 years old. And another creator named Funky Frogbait pointed out something else that was disturbing, which is that another challenge that Natalie would do would go up to people and say, can you name this famous person and I will buy you something. She did this to a child, and she asked the child, can you name this famous person? And the famous person was an adult film actress, and the child accurately named them, and
yikes.
She ended up buying something for the child.
Very big yikes. Don't be doing that, dude. That's like the freaking Sniper Wolf clip where she's like talking on Omegle or something, and
you ain't the real ninja. What? Man, someone always trolling with YouTubers.
I don't actually remember what they're talking about. I don't want to be incorrect, but freaking it kind of just strikes me as a similar thing where it's like, uh-oh, you're getting a little too loose, a little too... Maybe just don't be around kids. You own a van. No empathy, huh?
Farming fish for a hot tub experiment. They turned a truck bed into a hot tub, trying to get strangers to join, and when that didn't work out, they decided that they were going to...
Okay, a lot of people well, not a lot of people, but I've seen a few people do that. I'm pretty sure Ice Poseidon did it back in the day. I think Danny Duncan has done it. He might have been the first person I've seen do it. Hot tub drive-through 6 years ago.
Nando's.
Cheeky Nando's?
Imagine we got in an accident right here, dude. Like T-bone. Oh, good old Burger King. You guys got those things? They're like fries.
I mean, not the safest thing to do for content, sure. A fair criticism. Does look kind of fun, though.
That's smart, and get some fish to put in the hot tub.
Hey, chat, we're gonna go buy some creatures.
Putting fish inside the truck bed,
Yeah, what the fuck? Don't put yourself in it, sure, and be safe. Don't put animals in it. What the hell's wrong with you?
Hot tub would likely kill them if they didn't kill each other from fighting because they're beta fish, or if the hot tub water didn't kill them.
Beta. What?
Even with the common sense of these fish will definitely not survive floating around in the back of a moving truck, quote-unquote hot tub, she still needs to ask others if what she's doing is messed up because she can't figure it out for herself.
It is.
Wait, is it just nod yes or no? No, it's not? Okay.
This is something she does quite often, by the way.
Oh, did I?
Not only did people get upset, but they easily found out which PetSmart they were headed towards, so somebody called the store to warn them about it. After receiving the phone call, the manager refused to sell fish to Natalie and her crew.
A call from
Houston? No. These little guys aren't going to get abused. But there's a possibility to make a soup. You're not going to sell me a fish that on average lives like 2 months?
No, it's probably sure. They live a long time, but... Who'd you get a call by?
Was it the NetPack snitch?
Wow, they snitched. Because I'm doing a school project right now and I'm getting 4 beta fish for my fish tank.
I'm beginning to think that Natalie is a compulsive liar. The second that she's questioned by anybody on anything that she's doing, she always has a made-up story locked and loaded, ready to go. My uncle lives here. This is a social experiment. It's a school project. It just flows so easily out of her without a second thought. Her menacing shenanigans doesn't end here, though, and neither does her lack of responsibility or common sense. While looking for yet another clip, I've stumbled upon a tweet pointing out Natalie recently hunting wild animals, and here's the thing. I know a lot of people out there hunt. Everybody has a different opinion on hunting. My personal take is that if you're hunting for food or resources, that's one thing, but I'm not a fan of hunting for sport. I'm not going to condemn people who do it though, unless 1, they're hunting endangered big game animals like some assholes do in the jungle, or 2, people disrespect the animals that they hunt by mocking their bodies and just showing no care or empathy at all. Can you guess which one Natalie did? I'll give you a hint. She wasn't in a jungle. If this were just a stream of her hunting and just being normal in public for once, I wouldn't find it necessary to really critique this. But of course, it seems that she can't do one stream without doing something obnoxious. I'm obviously going to be blurring out the animal, but it looks like she hunted a wild hog, which yes, I understand that they are an invasive and oftentimes aggressive animal. But again, it's not the fact that she was hunting here, it's what she did afterwards. After hunting the hog, she goes up to its and says, "Shout out to penguins."
Shout out to penguins, let's go!
Which I'm assuming she meant Penguin Zero or Moist Critical because she's mad at him right now for making a video about her. Yes, this clip that we're going over right now,
really strange.
Fairly recent.
To do
but
that.
We're going to talk about her response later. All I'll say right now is that her reaction is absolutely ridiculous, and if this was who she was referring to in this shout out, that's weird as anyway, I digress. That's not what pisses me off the most about this situation.
That's like what I don't know if this is too insensitive, but I don't like when people do like mass shootings. Don't they like blame YouTubers sometimes or like stupid shit like that? It's like stupid to think that it's like something to take seriously, obviously, but it's just like equally antisocial behavior. I feel like
she mocks this animal's corpse in front of her Twitch viewers, making herself seem so powerful.
Yeah, how's it feel to get owned?
How does it feel to get owned?
You're so tough and badass.
Yeah, I personally think hunting is a little bit weird, but to each their own. But if you're posting shit like this, like, I'm not watching this shit. Holy shit.
I'm gonna go to it. He said there's wild boars on the ranch. I said it's fair. Why can't we, like, hunt the animals on the ranch and, like, slaughter them? Like, it's good. Like, we'll do, like, catch and cook. Like, if I can't hunt the boars there, I'll be a little upset. If I can't hunt the boars and slaughter them on stream.
I'm going to be blowing out the screen for the
She sounds psychopathic. I don't think I agree. I don't like hunting. Just eat at the supermarket. We got grocery stores. We don't need that shit.
Next part of this, but I want to give you a heads up that what Natalie describes in this next part is very upsetting if you are somebody that loves animals, or even if you don't.
That's one thing I like to brag about, because I got this hog right in the heart of the truck.
Hey, yo!
Hey, yo! You can't see it, but she started, like, shaking on the ground and twitching.
You're a scary lady. Please don't skin me alive. Thank you. Menace to the public. Let's see.
Less recent controversy that Natalie has gotten herself into. Natalie was wearing painted pants at a gym and fishing for reactions. If anybody looks at her, they're creepy. But if anybody calls her out, they're a Karen. When it comes to Natalie, any response is a lose-lose situation because the pattern is, no matter what she does, any consequence or backlash for her actions automatically makes her a victim. She made this tweet stating, "Guy in the gym passes me for wearing painted pants," with an angry emoji. The tweet then provided a video clip.
You don't have clothes on, you need to be out of here, man.
Painted pants? Like it's just paint on her body? That's very strange.
I mean, she's covered. So.
Yeah, she's covered. She's covered.
This tweet also got community noted with, the man in the video is protecting overall gym etiquette according to which you should wear clothes suitable for exercise. Wearing unsuitable clothes, or none at all, is considered to be disrespectful towards the others. It's also a hygiene risk to others. Underneath this tweet, she had a back and forth with commenters. If this is true, I want her in jail. I had a sports bra top and bathing suit bottom on. I wasn't naked. I'm glad they kicked you out. Have some decency. Yikes. Never kicked me out after he snitched. They didn't have an issue with it. I'm adding that in because after a certain point, Natalie's streams are no longer viewable. It's a thing on Kick. It's similar to Twitch. So all we have are clips. And when it comes to clips, it didn't seem like she got kicked out. So there was this question of was she kicked out of the gym or not. But more importantly, even if she was wearing a bikini underneath, which it does look like she was, there are certain etiquettes to follow when entering public gyms. One is to wipe down equipment, which she didn't do. But the other is that while some gyms are more strict with dress codes than others, most gyms don't want people working out in bikinis because it's unsanitary. She's using gym equipment with not only minimal clothing, but is also wearing body paint. So not only are your sweaty germs getting all over the equipment, but probably glumps of paint chips too. It's gross. So this one isn't as gross as some of Natalie's other stunts, but it does show how far she's willing to take things and how little she cares about anybody else around her if at this point you didn't already know. Natalie and her crew go into an active college lecture with a tarp, soap, and a gallon of water, making a DIY slip and slide.
That's fucked up, dude. I mean, not like fucked up, but it's just stupid. I mean, if I was going to that school, I wouldn't care. I'd be happy.
She does this, you can see how annoyed many of the students are. I'd say that this girl's face sums it up pretty well. She didn't have to say a single word, but we can all tell what she's thinking. And yeah, I agree. This is annoying. The students attending this lecture are probably paying thousands of dollars to get an education, and are also most likely paying tons of money for their books and equipment, which can easily be damaged by all the water you're splashing around doing this stupid prank like a clown. Professor
like a darn clown.
In the most polite way that one could probably imagine, and then they mock her for it.
Okay.
She said thank you.
Thank you.
There's no recording.
Okay.
Absolute scum. One of the dudes in this video also mocks one of the students just sitting there minding their own business, saying he's probably $500,000 in debt.
Enrolled. He's enrolled. He doesn't like slip and slides though. He's also $500,000 in debt.
Wow, that's so funny, man. You should give up trying to impress your pick-me friend and do stand-up. It might work out better for you. At least if people show up and boo you off the stage for being insufferable, you'll still get something out of it other than looking like a simp.
But let's not call him a loser. Why not? He's sensitive. I don't want him to cry.
If you thought that Natalie's prime targets are just random strangers and random kids, you'd be mistaken. Another stunt she's done was bringing dancers, not ballet dancers by the way, adult dancers, into a nursing home to shake their behinds in front of elderly residents.
Can you give me a walker to leave on?
And before any of you leave savage, out-of-pocket comments like, if that were me, I would love it, or wow, those guys are lucky. While yes, these elderly gentlemen are well over the age of consent, that doesn't mean that they did consent to this. They look visibly unhappy and annoyed. Even Natalie says, oh, they don't like it.
They don't like it. These guys don't like it.
And instead of thinking about the situation and saying, maybe this isn't such a good idea, and maybe I should stop bothering these elderly folks, and maybe stop harassing them,
maybe
she excuses it with a joke by saying, heart attack. Heart attack? Because obviously, that's the only reason why these guys would be unhappy with this.
What
Nobody's
the
having
fuck?
a heart attack in your video, Natalie. They just don't want to deal with your
it sounded like she was suggesting it.
Was another step lower by targeting the homeless. I mean, of course, if she thinks less of people who live in trailers instead of mansions.
Trailer park girls are trashy and disgusting. They will beat anybody up.
She probably thinks very little of the homeless too, right?
Only the girls?
I'm gonna be a homeless person. I'm gonna be a dirty crackhead. My name is Suzanne, aka Susie. So now I'm roaming around the streets as a dirty crackhead, and I'm gonna live
Yes,
tonight.
because all homeless people are crackheads and dirty. And what the fuck, dude? That's so fucked.
See how it is, okay? You guys can show me like, oh, this is bad, this is controversial.
Bro, thinks she in Always Sunny, but she's in special ed classes. Dropped out early, perhaps.
This is fine. This is completely okay. Because this is how I look when I wake up.
In a live stream, Natalie did a challenge where she was going to be homeless for a day, and she took it even farther by writing on a sign, a buck for an F, and she walked out on the streets and sat on corners to get reactions.
Give me a buck for please. Please.
What?
Can you give me $1, please? Sir, please. Are you here?
I mean, for $1.
Well, I'm just taking $1. I ain't trying to. Oh, thank you, sir.
At one point, she noticed some women across the street were staring at her, and she thought that they were giving her dirty looks, so she went and confronted them.
Dude, if these ladies keep staring at me, I might confront them that are across the street. I'm serious. I might start tweaking out for them. They're pissing me off.
Pissing me off, dude. I'm trying to be a nuisance here.
So you kept staring at me. Would you be able to give me $1, please? Well, you've been filming me this whole time. Well, you've been filming me this whole time. You can't give me $1? Huh? You keep staring at me with a resting face. I don't like that.
You mean to tell me that you dressed up like this to get attention and to get reactions from people, and then when you finally got reactions from people, you had a problem with it? Did you genuinely expect people to believe that you were an actual homeless person with a camera crew recording you and you acting the way that you were?
Yeah, she's not a very friendly clown.
Like a joke. Not only does Natalie get mad about this, she gets extremely mad.
I've been minding my own business over there, and you've been looking at me this whole time, filming me, zooming in on me. I knows that. You don't want to be filmed, but you've been filming me the last 5 minutes. I saw it. Was it because I look like a dirty crackhead? You want to give me money? Okay, keep judging me. I don't like that on your face, bitch.
So being filmed while pretending to be homeless really set Natalie over the edge. If this makes her so upset...
Yikes! So cringe. Just,
I really hope that a significant portion of her streams aren't her milking the homeless for content.
Do you want to go to dinner? Get lit? $10? No, because $10 might be for something. I gotta take you to dinner. I'll take you to get food. Food? No cash? But he won't listen to me, guys. He literally just wants me to off. Literally, look at you. He wants me to off.
Natalie had a good streak of using the homeless for content to make herself look good. This is becoming more and more of an annoyance to the public, and oftentimes influencers who try to do this nowadays are shooed away by communities because it's obvious they just want the brownie points here for doing a quote-unquote good deed on camera. And
yeah, I think it is overall a net positive for like society and I guess the world, which sounds kind of dramatic, but I mean, I guess that's what we're talking about, dude. It is an overall positive thing, like if they still get like the benefits of being in their stupid YouTube video or whatever, but yeah, it's cringe. You could say that it's morally pretty bankrupt.
After seeing Natalie react to Critical's video on stream, which we'll go into later.
Hey, shut up! I'm actually trying to make good content in my streams and you're still on it. No matter what I do, that or streaming, it's never gonna be good enough. That's why I don't care anymore.
An argument I could see being made.
This would be funny if someone else said it because she just sucks. I don't know how else to put it in a summed up way. Like, she's just not, I don't know. It's just not good. No.
I can't do anything. I can't do pranks on camera because people get mad, but I can't do good things on camera either, like giving to the homeless. I just want to say right now, you absolutely can do good things and give to the homeless. But the way you do it is extremely condescending, and it's so obvious that it's not about helping them. It's about using them for your own gain. And half the time, it goes terribly.
These homeless are too spoiled. That is, I mean, he didn't even take the $5.
Because full kick streams are only able to be viewed for a short amount of time, many of what I can find for all of the examples in today's video are either re-uploads or clips. It's important to say that because there are a few clips of Natalie trying to get homeless people to fight with her for money, if I understand correctly.
Oh my god.
I these fine gentlemen to do it. I feel like they're all afraid of me.
You want to do battle? Are you scared?
I'm a loser right now. I'm asking everyone to fight, and they're saying $100 is enough. I don't know what to do. Do I motivate them with like watermelons?
Not water.
Why? Why would you? What?
Definitely not.
Also, I think this guy is her security. He's seen in a bunch of her stream clips. If I were him, I would quit on the spot. The reason why I bring this clip up and mention the fighting is because what I'm about to show you next is very upsetting, and while I have it in the back of my mind that Natalie was trying to get people to argue with her for money, maybe because these seem like two separate streams, I'm under the impression that this is a genuine argument, or at the very least, this disabled homeless man you're about to see did genuinely seem upset.
You can easily get a job. You're lazy. You're lazy. You didn't get a job. That's why you're homeless.
How are you gonna say that? Holy shit.
Yes, I did. I'll be honest right now.
More than what you are gonna work in your life.
Again, I don't know what her goal with this was, since this was a re-uploaded clip, and I don't know if this was a quote-unquote social experiment or a quote-unquote school project, or what excuse she has in her back pocket for this. Going up to a disabled homeless man whose life is already hard enough and saying, go get a job, especially as an influencer who has the privilege of making money online through streams and OF, instead of your
This just has to be pure outrage farming, just trying to get as much attention as possible. And then I guess all attention is good attention for if you're promoting an OnlyFans or something. Not to be like stereotypical and like I don't care about OnlyFans. I'm not like hard on OnlyFans people. Get your bag, but maybe not by any means necessary, which seems to be the mindset that Natalie has gone into here with her streaming career.
That is wild.
I do not care. I'm taller than you.
Is she purposefully trying to be the biggest scumbag influencer on the internet? If
that seems like
enough,
it.
She also mocks him for being in a wheelchair and tries to race him.
Ready? 3, 2, 1. I don't give a either. You come with me asking for money. You can't outrun me. You're in a wheelchair. I'll run you right now. Ready? Let's go. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
Then she gets mad when she gets in an argument with him.
And I don't care either. You can't ask me begging for money and then say I don't know anything. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of people calling me dumb.
You are dumb, Natalie. You're as airheaded as you are insufferable, and I don't care if that upsets you to hear because you clearly have no empathy for anybody else, especially people who are vulnerable. You have the audacity to criticize others for not having a job when you probably couldn't even last 30 minutes in an average 9 to 5. You don't even comprehend the consequences of your own actions. Your head is shoved so far up your acrylic painted ass that you can't even tell the difference between a simple act of kindness and the smell of your own text, which is often indistinguishable from your quote-unquote content.
PU. Art the
Don't
Clown?
forget how lucky you are when you reach success. Don't use your platform to bully and harass those who are less fortunate than you, like arguing with a disabled homeless man and telling him to get a job.
And guess what? It's up to you to get a job. It's up to you to get a job. Get a job. That's why you're homeless. That's why you're homeless. That's why you're homeless. And you're lazy. You're lazy. You're a prick.
I looked really hard to find this full clip to get additional context. This one was re-uploaded to Twitter, and it is once again a clip that I had stumbled upon while looking for something else. And I want to be transparent about that just in the very small chance that for some reason this was staged, but she has mentioned multiple times that she doesn't stage her live streams.
Hey, I have a history of faking YouTube videos and TikToks. I've never faked one of my streams.
And this argument not only seemed to be genuine, but this man also seemed extremely upset. So once again, I am under the impression from seeing this clip that this is a real interaction.
I don't believe that you can fake a live stream, but I mean, you could fake elements of it, sure, and he could have been an actor, but it doesn't make what you're doing and saying any less, like, off-putting. Like, I never want to see you or hear you again. Like, that's just not good for your reputation. But maybe it is, I don't know, because maybe you are just off-putting, I don't know.
Probably her biggest recent controversy, as it's been covered by mainstream news outlets and discussed by several YouTubers at this point. We're finally getting to the infamous clip of Natalie persuading a vulnerable woman who is speculated to be mentally ill and homeless to jumping into an algae-infested lake.
Ah, yes. Back to where we started.
You should just jump in right now.
I'm gonna jump in with my shoes on.
Okay.
Ready?
Yeah, ready?
Oh! We're going to go over the video itself first, and then her reaction afterwards, and her cope stream responding to Moist Critical, another creator who has criticized her, because Natalie has changed her story several times from the moment this incident occurred.
I can't feel. I can't feel.
She's literally not.
No, stop. Seriously, don't stop. Please, you're actually freaking me out.
She is swimming like amazing. Like she looks like she's having the time of life.
I thought she was like working here or something. I thought she wanted to be my friend. I don't know. Like I didn't even know what was happening. She was asking me to swim. She was asking me to skinny dip.
I'll do it with you.
I'd rather go skinny dipping with you if I'm being honest.
The incident starts out with Natalie and her friends wanting to get a boat to do some kind of scavenger hunt challenge. She then encounters this woman who, for the record, I am unsure if she is homeless. I am unsure if she's intoxicated. I am unsure if she's mentally ill. Natalie claims that she's mentally ill later in this video, but I am unable to find any actual information about this woman out. I am also not a doctor or mental health professional. With that being said though, with some common sense, you can easily tell that this woman's judgment and critical thinking skills definitely seem to be impaired. She obviously doesn't seem to be thinking clearly, and she very obviously does not seem to be well. Now, the clip that has gone viral on Twitter is brief. For additional context, let's take a look at the full clip, or as much that I can provide without Natalie attempting to copyright strike me. Which, by the way, Natalie, the usage of this clip and any other clips in this video fall under the guides of fair use. I am providing commentary and critique over your content. With that being said, you cannot legally DMCA or copyright this video just because you don't like what I have to say. For anybody else viewing this video, you'll understand why I find it necessary to state this in a few moments. Natalie asks this woman if she wants to jump in the water together, and it just goes downhill from there.
Wanna jump in together?
No, ma'am, I
Anyone
don't.
have a play date?
You want to jump in with me?
Yeah.
Okay, then I'll do it with you.
I'd rather go skinny dipping with you if I'm being honest.
Let's do it.
Really?
Yeah. You want to?
You want skinny dip?
Yeah. Are you really gonna do it? I'll
Oh yeah, I'll
do it.
yeah. Do you want skinny dip?
Yeah.
I want to stop the clip here for a second. After all of this happened, Natalie justifies this entire situation by saying this woman wanted to go skinny dipping with her. Natalie was the one who suggested it in the first place.
I'd rather go skinny dipping with you if I'm being honest. She was asking me to swim. She was asking me to skinny dip.
Yet she tries to spin it like it was all this woman's idea, and like she was innocent in this situation and she's the victim. The pattern continues that I've mentioned earlier.
Nice job delaying the hunt, dummy. Not my fault. I didn't know I was gonna run into a lady that
Dude,
went
one time I was at freaking like Playlist or something. I think it was like Playlist Live. Or VidCon. I mean, what's the difference? Some sort of event like that where there's a bunch of people at a hotel for YouTube reasons, but some girl came up to me and I mean, she seemed cute or whatever, and I was single at the time, so I mean, I was kind of down to hang out with her, but she wanted to go swimming really, really bad, and like immediately. And I was like, I don't have a swimsuit. She's like, just go in your underwear. I'm like, I'm not doing that in a hotel at VidCon. That's just so strange, and I feel like it's a situation like this. She was gonna lead me to my death, probably, but I will never be caught slipping. It is no goon June, and we have to stay strong, brothers. We're halfway there.
Skinny dip with me and run into the water and have a good old time, and then say she's
no skinny dipping.
Doesn't make any sense.
Natalie also claimed
not at the hotel, not anywhere. Maybe down by the river if I can. Nah, I'm too old for this shit. We used to do that in Florida though. We would swim like in the freaking gross river and get swept away by the currents almost every time. It was good times, dude.
This woman's sexy, and she was egging her on with this.
Probably contracting all sorts of diseases.
They're all saying you're sexy. Yeah, they're all saying W woman. She's thick as. She's so hot.
Natalie was just being condescending and outright bullying this woman. Whenever the woman would say anything, Natalie would make comments under her breath like, what the f, and she would laugh at her.
Yes. I'll jump in after you.
We're jumping together.
You jump in and.
We'll do it together.
Are you drunk?
Natalie even went as far as pretending to push this lady into the water when her back was turned.
Yeah, there's a scanner that's in the water over here. That's why I'm here.
I can jump in and not gonna get in trouble. Right?
No.
No. All right.
Now, I do want to make it clear, because apparently a lot of people were claiming in her live stream that she pushed her into the lake. She did not push her into the lake. She encouraged her to jump in, though. She said,
yeah, I even said that, but I didn't mean physically, I guess.
And then she jumped into the lake.
Spiritually, she coerced her into that. Allegedly. I mean, we all saw it. But there was, I mean, dude, what she did was not cool. And I'm assuming that this person was an actor or something. Whatever the best outcome could possibly be. But I'm willing to also be content with the reality that she's just a bad actor. But I guess you can stream on Kick, that's fine. But if you did any of this on YouTube, I feel like you should probably get your videos taken down, no? Like with the animal stuff and like with the... I mean, the trailer park stuff wasn't that bad, I guess. Unless you're, like, literally going up to people's houses and filming them, I guess that's debatable.
In the water to find it for me.
Well, why don't you jump in with me?
I'll give you $20.
20 bucks?
Yeah, that's a W.
No,
that's a good deal. 20 bucks. Yeah, so you go in. You go in. You try to find the scan. I'll jump in after you.
Even arguing with her a bit when the lady doesn't believe that Natalie's going to jump in with her.
If you do it, you said you were going to. Come on. Let's do it. I dare you.
You jump in and I'll jump in right after you.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yes, I will.
I haven't seen many people point this out, but during this argument, things do get pretty uncomfortable because the woman calls Natalie beautiful, and then Natalie lies to her face and tells her that she's 17 years old.
Yes, I will. You want me to take off? Yeah. You want to see me?
Yeah, I sure do.
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm not.
What the?
You're gorgeous.
I'm 17.
Oh my god. Well, you're too young for me.
I know, I'm 17.
Well, that's too young.
Again, Natalie has been reported to be over 25 in articles and on famous birthdays, and definitely at the very least has to be over 18 since she has had an active OF account in the past.
I think she's just telling a very hilarious LOL joke.
It does get awkward from there, because even though Natalie
Complete
is not
sarcasm.
actually 17, this woman is under the impression that she is and still wants to jump in the water.
I know, you said you want to see me with my clothes off.
Well, you told me that you were going to jump in with me.
I know, but I don't know what's going on. I'm really scared.
I don't either.
Oh, there you are.
This is disturbing. There's so much that could go wrong in a situation like this. You really just don't want to be responsible for what happens in any way, which you obviously would be if you're live streaming on camera.
What if I drown?
Then
I haven't been in the water.
You said you
This
want to
girl's
jump in.
fucking brain dead, dude.
Chad, did you know I was a lifeguard when I was 15?
This woman still very easily could have gotten really hurt, could have lost her life, or could have also gotten sick from the water. It's common sense that certain lakes are too toxic to swim in. Look at all of the algae in the
like the LA River.
But then again, Natalie did swim in dirty ass water for attention before, so maybe it wouldn't be out of character for her.
I mean, who hasn't? But come on. Okay, that's excessive. Maybe. Well, I guess if you're in, you're in.
Maybe if her guy friends or her chat egged her on, she would have jumped in too. After the woman jumps in the lake, workers at the park rush in to try and save her, and the woman says, "You told me to jump in." Natalie denies it, but the workers present say, "Yes, you did."
What? Oh,
You totally did.
You said you wanted to swim.
You told me to jump in.
I didn't tell you to jump in.
Yeah.
And then she's asked to leave.
Thank you guys. We're not going to go.
What cracks me up, though, is the way that she's asked to leave, but still sticks around for a few minutes to watch and laugh at this situation with her friends just a few yards away. They don't actually leave until after this woman starts crying out for help, saying she can't swim.
I can't swim. I can only float.
Well, she'll literally die.
Don't stop,
Jesus.
seriously, don't stop. Please, you're actually freaking me out. No, please. Please, don't. She's floating. Wait.
Oh, this is bad.
Dude, I'm sorry, I didn't know. She said she's drowning. She said she's drowning.
I think you literally did.
No, I didn't, I swear. No, I didn't. Let's go. She's drowning in the lake.
Yet when criticized for leaving afterwards, she uses the excuse, "They told us to leave."
Dude, I can't help her. They told me to leave. They told me to leave, guys. They told me I can't film.
They told you to leave, but you still stuck around for several minutes watching this unfold until it got too serious for you. That's what gets hilarious is that while knowing that this woman is struggling to swim in a lake after she encouraged her to jump in, they leave. They don't help.
And the way that she's just like crying immediately, like, "No, I didn't, no," like cry laughing, like doesn't even know which way to go with it. Just the blatant emotional manipulation. Cringe.
Oh, well, we were told to leave. Who cares? Being asked to leave a location hasn't stopped her before when she had done other streams. I also find it interesting that she realizes that they're leaving only after they find out that they can't get a kayak to do their challenge or whatever.
Wait, we're leaving?
Yeah, we can't get the boat.
Why?
Because we're going to get stuck.
We need to get a kayak.
I know we have to go to the other kayak place.
At this point, I am aware of the condition of this lady. I do know that later on in this video, as we've seen in those few clips from that Twitter video, they had a fire truck coming down. A rescue squad was, I guess, dispatched to go and help this woman who jumped into the lake.
Oh my god!
There's a fire truck.
Never seen one in person.
I didn't know. And if she's mentally ill, why is she standing on a dock in the first place? And why are they allowing her to be over there when they knew she was mentally ill?
Like, what the hell is that?
Can you just take no accountability? That was very quick, like the Matrix, how you dodged all those bullets of accountability, just every which way they came. But in the movie, he goes slow, but you did it lightning fast. Holy shit.
It assumes the workers knew about this woman's potential conditions because to her, they didn't seem surprised enough to see that she was in the water in the first place.
I think they knew that. They didn't seem surprised when she jumped in.
Another contradiction that I've noticed is that within the span of about a minute, she
I mean,
says,
they
is she
were
mentally
ready to
okay?
save her,
And
I
then when she
guess.
starts to get backlash, she says, I didn't know she was mentally ill. I thought she was drunk.
I can't believe she did that. She
That's
wasn't
still
okay.
bad.
Is she okay, bro? I did not know she was mentally ill. I thought she was just trying to have fun. I thought she was drunk or something.
You had zero thought in your head that she might be mentally ill, but you asked if she was mentally okay just a few seconds prior? There's no way that you can convince me that Natalie didn't think that something strange was going on. She was using typical bully behavior. I'm trying to think of a different way to elaborate on that, but she's making fun of this woman. She's making faces. She's pretending to push her in. She's saying what the F behind this woman's back and to her face. She's messing with her, antagonizing her, and making a joke out of the situation for views. She knows that something's not right, and she took advantage of this situation in a very disgusting and reprehensible way. I am convinced that it's physically impossible for Natalie to take responsibility for any of her actions whatsoever. It's always somebody else's fault, and she's always the victim. And when she's forced to see herself doing something awful, she just says, I don't care.
You're a piece of shit, whatever. I don't even care anymore. Let's just blame it on Ice. It's Ice's fault. It's his event. I can't anymore. I don't even care. I don't even care anymore. Whatever.
I didn't tell you to jump in.
Oh my god, bro.
Did she say jump in?
I'm tired. I don't care anymore. She was yelling for help about it. Whatever. Cancel me. I don't care.
Guys, there were professionals there. There was nothing we could do.
Yeah, guys, after bullying a vulnerable woman and ruining her day by causing the fire department to take time and come and save her from an entirely preventable situation, she can't be bothered to think about it anymore because she has to continue with her scavenger hunt for her stream, and she doesn't want what happened to ruin her day. Natalie doesn't have time to reflect. She has to move on for her stream. Also, many articles, including the New York Post, have covered this situation, and in these articles, it was reported that while many details of the incident remain unclear, the Austin Fire Department confirmed that firefighters were called to Lady Bird Lake to provide medical assistance and that a person was pulled out of the water. Let's get on to Natalie's response to criticism, though, by another YouTuber known as Moist Critical or Penguin Zero.
Trying to
Penguin
false
Zero, or Moist
DMCA.
Critical, posted a video about this incident, as did many other creators, since this was such an outrageous situation. Apparently, Natalie really didn't like Moist Critical's video. While I was actively looking for older clips for this entire video on Natalie's Kick page, I started hearing talking, and then I heard Moist Critical's voice, which confused the hell out of me at first, but then that's when I realized Natalie started going live and was reacting to Moist Critical's video that he made on her. I'm not going to play the full live stream video, but she did seem very butthurt over this criticism, and in my opinion, provided a very pitiful response.
Bro, you think this guy would jump in too? Okay, this is the issue with me. I started laughing because I was feeling very awkward and in a weird situation. Should I have gone on my knees and started crying and in my pants? Yes. Did I do that? No.
What?
I just started laughing like a psychopath. Okay, I don't know why. I think I just need to get the parasites out of my brain, like Moist Critical said, and then maybe I'll be fine. I should probably go to therapy after. Yeah, no, I just
Probably.
I don't know. I think I am a little bit of a psychopath the way I'm acting. Why am I acting like that? I really don't know. Hey, was that my brightest, amazing moment? No. Should I have handled it better? Yes. But he hasn't looked into all my streams. A lot of these people just see clips of me. There's a lot of streams where I put a ton of effort into and literally put my heart and soul into half of these streams. And nobody ever wants to talk about those streams. They only want to talk about the negative clips. So
They're gonna hear. You're always gonna hear about the most viewed thing that you've done. Yes, that seems like super obvious. No, like this is the most viral thing that you've done because it's so outlandish and fucked up and sensational.
This situation though, and not just by claiming that the woman was actually able to swim, allegedly, but that off camera she was doing backstrokes in the water.
Allegedly, she can't swim, which is
she
why the fire
can't swim.
department...
She can't swim. Look at her form and look at the beginning. Oh my god, whatever.
Look at her form.
Yeah, listen. She said
That's
I
insane.
can't swim.
That's crazy.
Nobody
dude.
sees from my point of view.
Yeah, I'm not buying that this
You're
woman
not
did
even saying the
backstrokes.
same thing. You're like, she's totally chilling. She's like chilling in the water like Michael Phelps would, like an athlete, soaring through it. Backstrokes, front strokes, just chilling though, floating.
Seconds of her jumping in, people rushed over to her. And when the camera pans to her, you could see she's floating there. And when they were watching her cry from help from the grass, hearing her say, I can't swim, I can only float, they even said she's floating away.
Yeah, she's still
Oh
in
my
the water.
god.
She's
Why do you let
floating
her float
away?
away,
Dude, I don't know
Natalie?
what's
That's
going on.
fucked.
She's floating away. See, now she's just
Charlie's
floating in
on
the
your
water.
ass.
I think she's on drugs. She's floating in the water, swimming perfectly fine, and she's saying she's drowning because she's on drugs. If somebody's actually drowning, I would have jumped in, but she did not look like she was drowning at all. Like she was doing freaking backstrokes.
They had to call the fire department to get her out of the lake. Not once did Natalie have an initial reaction of she's doing backstrokes in the water while they were actively watching her struggle to swim
It
to the
is
lake.
kind of crazy they would call the fire department for the water department's job, but I mean, I agree with what you're saying. Natalie is, not taking accountability, and she is in the wrong, obviously, 100%.
I feel like if she did see her do that, that's something she would have mentioned because she was trying to think of anything she could to defend herself in the situation. Instead, in that video, her friends were joking around saying that she might have killed somebody, and she laughed at it. I don't care if it was an awkward reaction or if she was laughing because she was uncomfortable. She still stood there, watched this woman struggle, and laughed.
I didn't even know what was going on at this point. I was just so confused and in shock. And then I just started laughing like a sociopath, bro. I really don't know.
I'm not a doctor or a psychologist, but I do think something has to be wrong with you if you look at a person struggling and potentially drowning and just laugh, especially when you're the reason they're in that predicament. Like I said, I don't care if this is an awkward reaction or a coping mechanism.
Dark stuff.
Natalie ends up getting so mad that she ends up taking a suggestion from somebody in her chat and talks about sending Critical a DMCA, which in this case, that would be a false DMCA or a copyright claim, which again, considering Critical provided commentary over her
She
clips,
said she's gonna copy strike Moist Critical, dude. Do you guys remember that clip? Who was it? Unethical? profanity. I remember when this clip happened and then everybody made fun of her for saying copy strike, and then people proceeded to continue saying the word copy strike as if it's a real word. Up until today, dude.
Hey, look at that. Someone paid $3.99. Oh, it's almost like people can actually afford the chair and you're just a crybaby.
Seriously? He just said that?
Damn.
I'm gonna copy strike this guy. Just for that word. Gonna copy strike him.
What word?
Yo! Can we copy strike PewDiePie's latest video? Like right now?
Which I guess this went viral because that would be an obvious illegal DMCA because he didn't use any copyrighted content from her. But I don't even remember what they're beefing about. Probably some cat shit.
Would be a false copyright claim because he used her clips under the guise of fair use.
But I might do that idea you guys said about DMCA. I should do that though, because I could do it easily. So should I copyright claim this video by penguins right here? Should I copyright it?
For what?
I might honestly do it.
Oh, well, he did use her copyright, so I guess she could technically do it, like, within the law. But, I mean, everyone's gonna hate you after that, probably, right? If you're giving commentary, it is fair use. I'm just saying she could still technically go through the motions and take it down for a period of time, which is what she's talking about, right?
You are allowed to use somebody else's clips in your video if you are providing additional content such as commentary. Sending a false DMCA or a false copyright strike would be against YouTube's community guidelines. Not that a person like her would care about guidelines or have any regard for any established boundaries, though. She also goes back and forth on, I was told to leave, to, I should have jumped in to help her since I have lifeguard skills.
You could have.
Yes, I still could have done something to help. I do agree with him on that. I still could have done something.
I don't believe
That's
you.
why this situation will never happen again. I just was being in that moment, and I should have jumped in and saved her and used my lifeguarding skills to help her. But I was being stupid, and I'm sorry.
Yeah, apparently she has skills in lifeguarding, but allowed this woman to jump into a lake, and after watching her cry out for help, saying that she can't swim, she runs off.
Yes, I do care, okay? But I'm not gonna cry on the ground in my pants. Is that what you want me to do? Do you want me to start should I just start crying right now on the ground for him to believe that I cared? Like, what do you guys want me to do?
The way she's talking about it has very much like, I'm upset that you're bringing it up, not I'm upset at myself for what I did energy. And it's just like, bro, you can get as mad as you want, but people are never gonna let it go, especially if you keep giving into it and replying to it. So now she's shitting.
Good luck with that, by the way. This is very reminiscent of Alinity trying to copy strike PewDiePie. If anybody remembers that, you know how bad it was.
Yo!
I knew it!
Can we copy strike PewDiePie's latest
No,
video?
you can't!
Like right now?
Because he just
False
said
claims
a
on YouTube
word.
aren't taken lightly by the website or
You
people
silly
in the YouTube community.
fuck! Hell yeah, dude. Shout out to freaking Tamimi. This was a really good video. This Natalie girl seems like a menace, and I don't know if she'll get banned from Kick. I guess it just depends how much like leaner they want to make the image of their website, right? Because like a lot of people have been getting banned from Kick, but it's like not permanent, and it's I don't really know what's going on over there, but it's, I mean, I'd be down to never watch any videos from or live streams from her again for sure. Do you guys have any thoughts or feelings or ideas about this video? Thank you for freaking watching this reaction. Hit the like button if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you're new. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.